Hey, it's Matt. Welcome to Unbearable 73. I'll be talking about Reacher, Season 2, Episode 6 in this review slash thought slash mini reaction, whatever you want to call it. Happy New Year, everyone. Belated Happy New Year. Hopefully this year will be good for everyone. So, this episode of Reacher, it's a little, I'm not going to say it's worse than the previous five. It's not as exciting in some respects. There are some cool action scenes and all that. You know, I think it's a transitional episode. What I mean is, like, we learned a lot in the last couple episodes about the plot, right? Now, this episode, things are coming together. So because things have to come together, there's less new and there's more moving parts sort of sliding into place. It's like when you buy, say, a new bicycle. You get out of the box and you're like, wow. And you pull all the parts out of the box and you're like, wow, this is cool. Then you have to put it together, in chunks. Like, maybe you assemble the frame here. Maybe you assemble the wheels, two wheels separately, right? And you set it down and you move them together. It's all kind of exciting, but the picture's not there. Then you get to the pillar where you put it all together, which I think is the next couple episodes. So I think this is the part where you're assembling things separately and getting ready to come to the end of it to make the big thing. If you get the analogy I'm going for. I do have one complaint. If I'll mention either when I skim over the scene in the video review or afterwards. Anything else to say? Can I keep saying repeatedly, repeatedly? Right? Is that annoying? Anything else to summarize? I almost think Reacher might have one too many characters on his team, right? But it's okay. I mean, nothing, you know what I mean? But it's the novel. It's based on the novel. So as long as it's based on the novel and Lee Childs approves, I'm not going to complain. It just feels like his team doesn't have, like the other characters sometimes don't have enough to do. The three main supporting characters, it seems like there's only two main supporting characters worth of work, if you get what I'm saying. So it seems like one of them tends to get sidelined every episode, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I'm not saying it's horrible. But that's just a structural thing from the people doing the show. Not doesn't make Reacher any less watchable. So let's do our reviews through and see what we get.
So what happened out there?
So while they're doing the playthrough, as it were, I will. Okay, so we open up with him talking to the detective. This is just after the explosion. You can see the remains of the explosion in the distance. I still like the detective. He established himself as a guy that he could be part of Reacher's team. He's one of someone Reacher could trust in that way. Spoilers. I mean, if you should be watching it before you see my reviews, but he gets killed in this episode, right? So, given the nature of the show, it's like he died. He's a hero who died a hero's death. Is the best way to put it, But I would like to have seen more of this character. This is them finding the woman from the company who they think set them up. The seal with her daughter. Standard PI stuff, nothing crazy here. Good interaction. I like how that little thing where the clerk had a little bit of crush on Neely. That's a real life thing. Sometimes people she probably manipulated that a little to get the footage, but being adults about it. This scene here. They've set this guy up in such a way that this guy is stone cold killer. You can see he's a little reluctant to kill people unnecessarily. But he has no problem doing so. And you feel bad for this cop. Because, as soon as she asks for the license, she's a dead woman, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, right? Even if he had a full cover license, he probably would still kill her so that there's no record that he himself, she wouldn't even remember that he was there, Yeah, so just, you knew that was coming. This is interesting and true in a way, The amount your online presence, we're so online now between our phones and our video games, things we have running in our house and all that, that you are tracked and can be tracked in ways you don't know about. And it's pretty nifty how they use that to track down where the mother and daughter are hiding. Because it's true. It's not something made up for this TV show. And it's something entirely within their skill sets. They're all private detectives and investigators and intelligence operatives in somewhere. I do like how they play off that Reacher's area is not computer expertise. He knows how to use a computer, but his sort of electronic intelligence people, Neely has been established that way, and the other PIs are more into the electronic intelligence. And Reacher's more of a pound the ground, interrogate type of guy. Of course, we have the sort of relationship that's not a relationship with the Reacher and her, which is fine. I like how they do the lead into the love scene here, where they show enough so you can get titillated and think about it and have the image in your mind of the attractive people doing it. But then they cut away. Look at that wonderful fan service. Then they cut away so they can still not oversaturate and make this show, pure adults. They can go the Skinamax route if you know what that reference is to. Now I hope this guy gets to come up and so the police lieutenant who betrayed him. I hope he gets to come up and somehow during this show. The Reacher put a shot and takes him out. Okay, so this is a flashback to when when Reacher and his squad basically left. They get a political pressure to shut their investigation down, and that leads to them basically breaking up the unit and leaving because they have integrity. She's hiding with a friend. Again, makes sense. But you'd think she'd be more aware and capable of knowing, than well, whatever. I'm not going to complain because they had to find her, and So a little pressure to intimidate and interrogate, blah blah blah. We get that, Then we learn more about the plot with the chip and all that, which is good. Again, plot's moving forward here. But I said at the beginning, this episode is a lot about all the separate plot pieces that have almost finished assembly, and now starting this episode, we're about to put them all together, right? So this episode feels a little like you have to have it to tell the story, but it's not as exciting as previous episodes. Right? And then you get that guy's a good natural reaction. That's how you might react in real life. It's perfectly fine. This guy, this engineer, he's getting killed. That's predictable. I like the setup. They use hard to set him up and set the guys up. That's perfectly good. I like this bit here. So they have already a setup to lure in the bad guys so they can capture, interrogate, and whatnot. He has a daughter, but they set the team to take the daughter out. They found where they were. He does his job to help protect the kid. I'm surprised he didn't call for... Okay, so here's one of my two problems with the episode, right? Again, you'd make instead of being like a 9 out of 10, it makes it more like an 8 out of 10, right? Number one, he should have called... There should be other cops he could call for backup. And he should... That really... would have been, his first response would have been to drive near a police station where there'd be 50 cops. Say, I'm a cop and these guys are shooting at me, and that would have gotten him away. And there's police station close enough that he could have done that, all right, instead of what he did. So that's a plot criticism. But it's probably the way it happened in the book, so I'm not going to complain. The other one is in the same scene. Now, Reacher and his team know how to get illegal weapons. They know how to get automatic weapons. They have the three of them have the connections. Plus, he has a connection with the senator who said I'll get him whatever he wants. So going into this with just handguns, it's a little like, maybe it's what happened in the book, but it seems like they should have gone with heavier weapons. And it's called to say, hey, Senator, can you make a call and get us some, machine guns, basically, or military-grade weapons? And that seemed like it would have been plot-wise better than going in with handguns against guys they know are coming in heavily armed. I honestly expect them to kill her off here, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so we are in this sequence here. Is one of those terrifying scenes in the thing. Like Jack Reaper. Might well be Jack Reaper. Like, unless they didn't tell them about this guy, about him, which you think a security would have briefed them Reacher capabilities. There are no circumstances I one of these goons I would go in that bus after Reacher. I might try to burn the bus, like close the door and burn it or blow it up or something. But a close combat scenario, a guy like him who could, you have no chance in heck against him in a fight. You have to be another him or a UFC champion to have a chance against Reacher in a fight. Okay, and walking in it, you're walking to your death, right? First guy, fine, maybe he's stupid, makes a mistake, right? Second guy walks in there, same thing. That guy's even dumber. You know, you have no chance against a guy like Reacher if you're not a guy like Reacher. And if I was the third guy, is like, I'll see if we get to his this guy is like, lol, nope. Is it him or the next guy? Is this guy? This guy is like, he's the intelligent one. He's a lol, nope. And what happens to him is terrifying. Like, nope, I'm not going in there. I am not stupid. I am not dumb like these guys. And this is terrifying. This is like a bear or a tiger pulling you into the forest. Boom, dead, gone. And then, of course, Reacher confront him, and then they have to cut off the chase because they have to go help out the guy being pursued, blah, blah. Reacher stays behind to hunt down the guy, but then a backup helicopter shows up, perfectly fine. He dies, heroically saving and helping defend the girl. Again, the episode it's a traditional episode. It's it's certainly necessary, but because it's all the pieces still separate, finally hitting the assembly, now they're starting to be put together. So this episode will feel a little bit tougher to watch, I think, than the previous 6 or the forthcoming 3 will be. Anyway, but it's 8 out of 10. It's not a bad episode, but you can just structure the way it falls, in the show, just the way it is. It does have some awesome scenes in it, though. The Reacher in the bus, or which is called Reacher in the bus, that whole sequence is terrifying. If you're a guy hunting Reacher and you have a briefing on who he is and these guys must have, there are no. I would see that bus, see Reacher, and say, I'm going to go search the other side of the thing and just say I never found him. Because then again, I might do that with Reacher anyway and say, boss, I was searching this entire segment. I swear, it ain't worth the death. It's just not worth it, Anyway, my name is Matt. This is Umbrella 73. Have a nice weekend, a day. This should be up on Monday morning, January 8th. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. If you have any questions or comments, share them down below. Share this video if you can. Thank you very much. I'm out of here.